Our technocrafts. In the previous session, we have discussed about synchronization. So how threads enjoy using synchronization. So in this session, we will discuss about deadlocks. Basically, we will try to understand what is deadlock, and we will take simple examples, real-time scenarios, and see a small code like how deadlocks happen. So without any ado, let's start. So let's say that you have four friends: John, Mary, Ben, and Harry. All right. So basically, John is having a call with Mary, and then Ben is having a call with Harry. So during the conversation, John would like to have Harry also in the conversation, and Ben also would like to have Mary into the conversation. So so Ben will ask, will try to connect with Mary, and John is trying to connect with Harry to put in on the conversation, right? So what happens since John and Mary are already connected? So Ben will not be able to reach Mary. Similarly, Ben and Harry are already connected. John will not be able to reach Harry, right? So this is a kind of a deadlock, right? So we can assume that this is the thread 1 where it is already running, and basically this is thread 2 which is already running, and thread 1 is waiting for a resource called Harry, and thread 2 is waiting for a resource called Mary, which they are not available at the moment because they are already connected. So this is where the deadlock will happen, right? So this is now deadlock. This loop will continue forever unless thread 1 disconnected and thread 2 disconnected, right? So this is one of the example. Let's take in another example. All right, so basically we have some loan data in the database, and basically there is an application which is trying to read the data from database and write to an Excel. Okay, so once it is written in Excel, so the loan officer will read the data from the Excel and mention some interest rates or approval status of the loan, and then saves it. Okay, so after saving it, basically there is another process which updates the database with the modified data. So in this scenario, basically there are two things. One is file handle, which is the file handle to read and write the data, and DB connection to read and write the data, assuming that DB connection is only one connection that is available throughout the. So ideally, these two process should run in a different timings. But in our scenario, let's assume that they are running at the same time. All right. So basically, loan data is started. So this application one started reading the data from loan data and trying to write to the Excel. But since this application is already have the file handle and is trying to update the database. So in this scenario, this is waiting for file handle and this is waiting for loan. So let's basically take some code as a scenario. Uh, so this is a small code which I already have it. So here I have defined something called file and DB connection. So this is this one thread which we talked earlier that is reading from the database and writing to the file, and this is reading from the file and writing to the database. Okay, this is simple uh, code with the two threads, right? So let's try to run it because it takes some time to perform the process. I am putting sleep for 100 milliseconds for both of it. All right. So let's try to run this. Okay, now locked, right? So this one has locked the handler file handler, and thread 2 has locked the DB connection. So each one is waiting for the other to release, which will never happen until we exit from the process. So this is a deadlock scenario, simple scenario. So if you have any queries, write down in the comments so that I can respond. So if you need any further information, please let me know so that I can add that in the video. Thank you for watching. Good day. Bye. Okay.